Hello, I'm Richard Ecott, and today I'd like to talk to you about how we create our reusable scenario step files for the GherkinUFT framework. These scenario steps are usually written by manual testers and QA automation engineers. And they're an enhancement to the feature file that's been written by the BAs. So sitting in our framework folders, we have a test feature folder and some subfolders below that, and in the Candy folder here we can see our contact us email validation feature, and then in the test scenarios subfolder for Candy we have our 3 scenario step files. So our feature file for contacting us email validation has 3 given when then statements in, and these are high level descriptive statements following Gherkin rules. But what we do is we take the first one, which is a given, I navigate to Candy Mapper, and describe this as a reusable scenario step. And then so we want to go ahead and build a lower level script that will actually run the automation. It's very similar to a feature file, and we use the same syntax as well. So we have whens, thens and givens as well. So in our first scenario step here, we visit the Candy URL webpage, and we're getting this environment for the environment variables XML config file. And then we're also going on to do a conditional step, which is a check. So if I check that the sandbox message is not displayed on the screen, then I'm going to refresh the browser. So we've got a negative test there. And then going on a bit further, we've got a if I check that the pop-up is available on the first visit, is displayed. Now this is not always pops up, so if it does pop up, then we want to clear it. We want to click on the Find My Candy button, and then we want to click the home page button as well. And then at the end of this background set of steps, I want to check that the automation sandbox text is displayed. And at that point we know we're actually on the right page. So all of these visits, checks, refreshes, clicks are part of GherkinUFT Codeless scripted step definition language. And that is how we give ourselves a great advantage over normal automation. We just write it in a script and it falls straight into automation seamlessly. So our second step is that when I confirm that no error message is shown, and this again is a reusable scenario step. We name the scenario step very similar to the actual step, so we confirm that no error message is shown on the first page display .scenario. And this is quite a simple scenario. So we want to click on the Get in Touch button, and then we want to check that the Please enter a valid email address text does not exist. Another negative test there. That's pretty straightforward, and again that's using the syntax for the Codeless scripted step definition language. Navigate, enter, select, click, tick, check, save and if. So our third reusable scenario step is the then. Then I validate entering an email address and generate the correct message. So we see here that the email address in the example scenario data is used in the step, and also that the message is used in the step. So we've got enter when I enter an email address, that's part of our scripted definition language, and I click the send button and I check the message is displayed. And then an additional feature, which is I can able to capture a screenshot. So there we are, that's our 3 given when then reusable scenario steps, which we've used the Codeless scripted test definition language to with. Hope you enjoyed that today and you understand our reusable scenario steps. Cheers, bye bye.